Hi, this speech is going to be on part of the book Solving the Equation, The Variables for Women's Success in Engineering and Computing by Christina Carbat. Christina Carbat is a distinguished gender equity researcher at the University of Stanford, and she has 3 major publications, including this book. She also holds degrees in government and aerospace engineering, and worked as an aerospace engineer for 8 years before becoming a gender equity researcher. So she has plenty of background in the experience with these topics. So the book Solving the Equation came out in 2015. It focuses on the underrepresentation of women in engineering and computing, and provides ideas for educators and employers seeking and fostering job diversity. So she said in a 2015 interview that she wrote the book after leaving her aerospace engineering firm after 8 years to describe the struggles that her and so many other women faced in the job field. So in the reading, she essentially lists a bunch of structural and cultural barriers which bar women from succeeding in these fields. And I say bar as in women being less represented in that field, or she linked a study by Catalyst that showed that 53% of women leave their first post MBA tech job, compared to only with 31% of men. So it kind of bars them as in they're less likely to stay in that position for a long period of time. So the first bar she listed was a narrow class focus in college. So many of the STEM degrees and majors out there have like a tight course schedule that won't allow many students to take a lot of extracurriculars they want, or a lot of different electives. And Carbat claims that among many students with strong math skills, women are more likely to also have stronger verbal aptitude than men, and these constrained curriculums will make it harder for them to take the classes they want. She also shows that STEM students are least likely to participate in language or study abroad programs. So another bar is isolation in the workplace, that many women feel isolated at their job, like their opinions aren't being listened to, or just straight up ignored by their managers, or they're afraid to speak out, or just a general lack of support from the management in the workplace. Another bar is that social networking is less helpful for women, and Carbat claims essentially that the networking that you have to do as a STEM major is just a lot less effective for women. And she links several studies that show this, and since those that networking helps you get internships and jobs and all that, it's a very it can bar women from even making it into the field. Another bar is the work-life balance. Many of the STEM jobs require 50 plus hours of work a week and not a lot of job freedom. So Carbat essentially claims that this is a inherently sexist system, since women are already culturally defined to take care of the home life and children already. So there's kind of a sexist thing here, and studies have shown that women are more likely to suffer poor health or delay getting married or having kids or another big life moment just due to work. So, and she also lists a lot more bars like stereotypes, bias, sexism, sexual harassment, and more. And she kind of explains those like I did here. And my general reaction to the argument was many of these made a lot of sense, and I never thought about some of these, how the narrow class focus would help not help, but bar women from wanting to get into the field to begin with. And I think something I took away from this article that was really cool is that there's not been a lot of actual research into why women actually leave these positions more than men, and how she wanted to start being the change and figuring out why, the cultural reasons behind it. So yeah.